We welcome comedian Ali Hassan here. One night, two shows, Arts Common, 7 p.m., 9 p.m. The show's called Muslim Interrupted. Welcome to Calgary.
Thank you so much. What's awkward is that I have this exact top, and I was going to wear that this morning.
It's actually, it's connected. It's a jumper, so that would have been weird if we wore the same thing.
If we wore the same jumpsuit. I mean, I feel like this is something we both learned. We should communicate.
We should.
So that never happens.
I have the same T-shirt.
Do you?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, we're Jays fans out here.
Do you have the same thing inside your T-shirt?
You know, there are fixes for that for ladies. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
It is Inauguration Day. Is that going to play into your act at all?
It must. It must. First, I'll thank Calgary for. It's a yin and a yang sort of thing, right? Yeah. You had the inauguration in the morning, and then you came out and you saw a Muslim guy do comedy. I mean, it just does feel like it's opposite ends of a spectrum when it's Donald Trump coming into power.
Right. It is balanced, but you must have an interesting selection of people in the audience. So tell me a little bit about what you see in Canada.
It's more interesting than I thought. I thought it would be more multicultural. Yeah. I've always, as a comedian, I've always played to ethnic audiences quite a bit. Mm-hmm. But I think I don't know. It skews a little older and whiter.
Really?
So maybe 20% of the audience is brown people, you know, Indians, and I've usually invited half of them. Right. Because every city I go in, it's like a cousin or a friend or an aunt, exactly. Yeah. And the rest, a lot of white people and a lot of Jews. And I know that because of the Q&A sometimes that I have at the end of the show. And people will put up their hand. They'll be like, listen, I'm Jewish. I understand exactly what you're saying. We had similar experiences. Or I'm Catholic. I'm Czech. I'm Polish. Last night in Sherwood Park, somebody was like, you know, we have a Czech background. Totally understand where you're coming from.
Interesting.
So I guess, you know, color doesn't matter. It's just people are people. And that's basically what this show is trying to illustrate, that, you know, whatever you thought Muslims might be, if you've just seen negative images, it's nice to have a new voice, a different voice. Maybe not a new voice, but a different voice. Right. You know, showing that there's a broad spectrum of people in this community, and we're not so different from anybody else.
So the themes are more global than maybe you thought.
They are.
Interesting.
They are, yeah. I mean, I kind of knew that, but I'm definitely getting that feeling. Last night was wonderful. You know, no big deal, no pressure. I got a standing ovation in Sherwood Park yesterday. But I mean, that's not important, Calgary. You guys do whatever you want to do. Yeah.
It's up to you. It's your choice.
No, they were very warm and they were very receptive. And nice. It's come to the point where my favorite part is at the end of the show and just talking to people and getting their feedback on what memories came flooding back, and people who are maybe Muslim and then they married outside of Islam and they had similar experiences going to Sunday school like I did, or you know, people whose parents, whatever background they were as strict as, you know, it's great. It's really, it's my favorite thing that I've done in comedy so far.
Amazing. Yeah. I feel like, you know, religion can be a very sensitive topic. Absolutely. And it can really fire people up. So how do you walk the line? And, you know, you have to be funny, you have to do your job.
Yeah.
How do you strike that
Funny
balance?
is the first thing, right? If it winds up being a TED Talk, then I'm making a mistake here, obviously. Funny is the first thing. I think because of this climate of, you know, Islamophobia and all that, I feel like it has become an important show, right? For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. I feel like people are like, oh, this is important. We need to hear this because we're hearing a lot of other stuff. And then when it comes to faith, it's a very personal show. It's my experiences with faith. So if you're offended by my experiences, nothing I can do about that. Right. At no point am I preaching that, you know, we need to do this and you guys should do this. There's none of that. There's just my own struggles with religion, and now with my kids asking me questions about religion that I am not qualified to answer. Right. That's a whole new ball game, and I think that's also something that people go through with their kids as they stray from religion and kids have questions about religion. It's hard to answer some of those.
Wow.
You know? Yeah.
And you're pulling it all together in a solo stand-up show and making it funny.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
No big deal.
No big deal. Just a little something I pulled out of my back pocket. Yeah.
Muslim Interrupted at the Arts Commons tonight, 7 p.m. as well as 9 p.m. Ali Hassan, thank you for joining us this morning. No pressure, Calgary, for the standing ovation, but Edmonton did it. Andy, you know that neck of the woods, Sherwood Park.
Yeah, absolutely. He threw the gauntlet down. This guy, you know, he's asking a lot. Get out and support Al.